out, drop it, going for the switch. I just wanna burn for a miss. Keep your eyes stayed on me for the blessing. Treasure up in the heavens, we snatch it. Look at the change upon my nation. Yeah, look at the change upon my nation. Look at the change upon my nation. Yeah, look at the change upon my nation. All that power in the keys, yeah, but I really wanna use that.
Welcome to those Indie Geeks, you guys. My name is Q.
I'm just raised. A gunshot.
And a gunshot. And Prodigal isn't joining us right now. He's traveling for music. So look, man, this is where we talk about all things geeky and henceforth and therein. And we have gathered here today to talk. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be a thing now.
It's not gonna be a thing. It's not gonna be a thing.
It's always gonna be a thing.
No.
So we're talking about anime. That's, you know what time it is. It's already anime time, and I just had a question for you, Just Raised. Would you rather have one of 4 abilities? All right. Would you rather be able to shoot off your limbs like an undead unluck, just like shoot them off, or have the ability to manipulate ki like in Dragon Ball Z, how they manipulate it so they can fly and shoot beams and get stronger and blah blah blah, like a Saiyan? Or would you have the moonbeam powers, which everybody knows Sailor Moon can wash every anime character, and it's not an argument. Or or would you have the ability to pilot a Gundam?
As much as I rock with Hero Yui, Gundams are out.
Already. I feel that though. I feel that. That's kind of a tough.
I'm trying to think who. Not gonna hold you. The manipulating ki is interesting.
Yeah.
But because I'm not a Saiyan, at best I could be Krillin. If I was a Saiyan, I'm going manipulating ki. If I'm not a Saiyan, I'm going moonbeam powers.
Moonbeam powers is crazy.
Yeah.
Because like, and that's what I would choose too. Like, honestly, if you're not doing well in Dragon Ball Z, if you're a human at this point, unless you're Krillin. Right. Like, even Krillin had to have like plot armor like no other and to keep up, just to keep
Facts.
up.
You either had to be Krillin or Oob. And he was reincarnated Boo.
Oob was a part magical creature. Like, you can't,
right.
They say that he was like, oh, he's human. Like, nah, bro. Somebody call heaven, get Akira Toriyama on the phone. Let's get to the bottom of this. Like, unless you're like a Saiyan, and you have to be like a Saiyan that is a special grade too. There's like specifics to it. You can't really level up like that in Dragon Ball Z. There's certain different factors now that I think about it, because they pushed the lore now to where there are other powerful beings. I mean, they've always done that.
True.
But like, there's other powerful races of beings inside of Dragon Ball, so it just depends. You just can't be human.
That part. Can't be human.
at best, unless you're one of the Z fighters, like, your power level is gonna be like a 5.
Right. And it's just like, if I'm gonna fight, I want to be nice. So it's just like, let me get the moonbeam me up. Moonbeam me up.
As long as I don't have to.
I'll take the little transition where you see my hands, then you see my other hand, then you see my feet. You know what I mean? As long as it ain't a schoolgirl fit. Hey, if I can put on tuxedo mask fit, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Pull up with the rose.
That's all I'm saying. I was gonna say instead of the Gundam, I was gonna say Knights of the Zodiac powers, but not too many people know what Saints of Seiya is.
Saint Seiya?
Or Saint Seiya. Saint Seiya, yeah.
I don't know too much about the lore, but I've seen a few of the shows. that'll come
They
out.
always play them though. They always play them like, oh, they're supposed to be these massively, ridiculously strong beings that can, that wield these armors and powers and stuff. But they always make them like the weakest out of
Yeah,
everybody that they talk about in anime. It's like the Ronin Warriors
yeah,
got more clout. The Ronin
low
Warriors got more
key,
clout than
low key, and
and they
four.
barely did anything.
Right, four of them can't even really fight for real, for real. It's like, all y'all gotta always surrender your powers to the main dude. Like, can't none of y'all
Rio's
stand
gotta
10
do
toes.
it.
Right.
The only way we're winning this is Rio. Give the
It's like
powers
every
to
fight.
Rio.
That was one thing I noticed as a kid that pissed me off. Cause I was like, why every
Right.
fight, it's got to be him. Like, it's got
Because
to
Rio
be.
was the one.
It was just like, all right, bro.
He was Rio of the wildfire. Don't forget that.
Oh,
Speaking
man.
of which, we do. I noticed one of your videos, because if you don't know, Just Rays does have his own React channel, and he does a lot of videos outside TikToks, Reels, and stuff outside of those Indiexgeekz. So one of the things you were talking about were the animes that were coming up, that were really, really dope. And you listed, like, what was it, Hell's Paradise? We got Jujutsu Kaisen coming back. What else? We got the ending of My Hero Academia going on right now, which is what we're gonna talk about in a second. And then, like, but you left out in January. We're getting the Ronin Warriors continuation, which a lot of you, and I'm gonna clip this. A lot of you on, like, one of our first TikToks just kept reminding us, it's not a reboot. It's not a reboot. We know, okay. We just misspoke in the TikTok. Okay, it is not a reboot. It is a continuation of the series of Samurai Troopers. So
I didn't know when it was coming out. That's why I left it off. Cause I didn't know the date. Cause I remember seeing the promotion and stuff for it and the tease for it, but I never remember seeing the date. So I didn't know.
I didn't know the date. All I knew was because it's in the TikTok that we posted that it was January 2026. And I think they finally announced the date. But the reason it looks dope is because it's Sunrise. Sunrise is a sleeper animation studio. I just realized they did a lot of the stuff that we watched when we were younger.
Speaking of sleeper animation, I know we about to get into My Hero, but you know what? I save that comment for another episode, because we about to talk about we about to talk about it anyway. But yeah.
All right,
My Hero.
We're almost 10. We're almost 10 minutes in. Like, I kind of want to, like, okay, just kind of elaborating on the studio thing. Just the fact that who does My Hero again? Which studio?
Bones.
Studio Bones?
Yeah.
Studio Bones is killing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? I don't know, the inspiration. Like, the manga definitely has some panels where I was just like, this is gonna translate crazy into a animated series, like into the anime itself. But just the work that they are serving up right now, if My Hero's end dang near isn't one of the best ends to an anime. Like, I already don't like where the story ends in the manga. I just personally don't like it. But, like, the work that they're doing with this series right now, just the writing, and then how that's coupled with the beautiful animation. These fight scenes shouldn't be this beautiful, bro. Like, I haven't felt this way since, like, Solo Leveling. Genuinely.
Bro. Like, haven't had a bad episode yet. And that's saying a lot for My Hero. Because My Hero has had some seasons where the first half, fire. Second half, why are we still here? Third, and then you come back the next season, first half, what are y'all doing? Second half, oh, y'all cooking. And so it's just like, My Hero has some hit or miss seasons, has some hit or miss things with the animations. Like, you could tell where they pitched and saved their budget. You could tell they spent the whole entire bag this whole entire season from the first episode to the episode that just aired not too long ago,
Dude, people
where
are
the
talking
fight
about
just
Fire
ended
Forces.
between, yeah.
People are talking about Fire Force's sound design. I've heard some crazy sound design in this arc of My Hero Academia.
For sure.
Like it's been ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It's like they've excuse the pun. It's like they really went plus ultra. That was the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, well, they did go beyond. But
like, share, and subscribe, guys. Those Indiexgeekz. We'll see you later. Talk to you next time, guys.
But nah, from every fight, from All for One, just first of all, for All Might squaring up with All for One, knowing he ain't got no abilities no more,
bro.
From Stain
basically
coming to try to save him,
Iron Man suit. Putting on an Iron Man suit and was just like, we ran out of Quirk, but we ain't out of options.
Facts. Was going
he
crazy.
Said, put him up.
Knew he was finna lose, but that man was crazy. Stain showed up to try to help him, and then All for One just obliterated Stain. I was like, yo.
Stain didn't even have a shot. Like,
at all.
I thought he was coming in to save the day, and legit for maybe about a second and a half. He was all like, oh, he stopped me. But here's the thing. I totally jucked out all of my blood, so you can't control me. It was like little kids when we were kids and you would like play superheroes with the other kids in the neighborhood or whatever, and like people would just like start throwing out like weird superpower. At some point it started being like that, like, oh, I got you, you can't move, you're paralyzed because I got control of your blood. Well, guess what I did? I smelled all my blood. So now you can't control me. I got all new blood. I got new blood. So now I kill you. You're dead.
It's like, fam, where you get that from?
Exactly. No, that whole time I'm thinking like, ain't no way. This man just said, I chucked all of my blood and made new blood so that you couldn't control the blood because I thought, and ahead of time, I figured.
But it's just like low key. Low key, he has the ability to do that because the brother has every dang near quirk. He's like, bro, he's been snatching quirk since the womb. He's been snatching quirk since the womb. That joint is crazy. Their backstory, just seeing the in-depth detail of their backstory with him and Yoichi's, it was just like,
that was creepy.
It was super creepy. Stole your mama quirk, stole her life force, stole your brother's. It didn't really steal his quirk, but he wasn't. You stole his nourishment, so he wasn't nourished enough as a child to be able to have his quirk develop. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That has to be the most sadistic, one of the most sadistic things I've seen an anime villain do. Like,
for
that's
sure,
your brother too.
Right? Talk about I love you. Do you though? Do you? Because he's not acting
he was
like
his
it.
slave.
Right.
And like just this past episode, like you're caught up, yeah.
Yeah.
Just this past episode and we are a spoiler cast, guys, so just that's your only warning. Get out of here now if you don't want to get spoiled. So just this past episode with everything that happened with the spark kind of dying, I guess, when he finally beat what's his name? Shinigami? Shigaraki, sorry. Who else am I thinking of? I don't know. But Shigaraki, when he finally like tapped in and beat him, it was just kind of like he was sitting there like crying over the loss of his brother Spark, and he's just all like, no, you can't go anywhere, like, you're mine though, like, but I'm not.
Yeah, right. I'm a whole person, brother.
I'm a whole nother man.
I'm a whole person. Talking about your mind. No, I'm not. Unhand me.
Unhand
Unhand me, you rapscallion. Like, what are we talking about? You're mine. No.
You troglodyte. You troglodyte. You get off of me. Your hands off of me. My spark is gone.
So but that like, even that part was dope. Like as far as like finally us getting the truth behind what happened to Shigaraki and the fact that All For One been planning this since before he was born. That's crazy.
In the womb is crazy.
Crazy. Like you was hollering at my dad before he even thought about having me. To try to put a seed in there that you might actually have a pupil that's going to be worth something. Like, that's crazy. Then you took my quirk and gave me this decay. That's why I've been itching this whole time. Man.
This is insane. Like, think about that thought process, though. He had to be twisted enough to be all like, oh, yeah, dad and mom got to smash. So, look, bro. I need you to take mom down in there. You feel me? This has got to be edited. I don't know how we're gonna clip this. This is. I need you to go in there. I need you to take her down. You feel me? Because I need somebody to leech off of. Because I'm trying.
That's crazy.
You feel me?
That's crazy. Like, yeah, you got the daughter. She ain't really a good candidate. How you ever thought about a son? Like, damn. What? Yeah. I don't even know you like that. What you talking about?
Nobody cares about my sister, but I need you to smash again. I need you to get in there. Smash, bro. I need you to get in there.
I had this baby Shigaraki itching the whole time because he ain't even got his original quirk because you done took it and put this decay this decay quirk inside of him. And now it's just like, fam, what? You did that baby dirty from the jump.
Which sucks.
That's crazy.
I'm just like, and then the thing is that the bro probably would have never even been evil if that was the case.
Ever. He was the grandson of a One For All user. Like, he won't go be evil. He wanted to be a hero.
He wanted to be a hero. But his powers, death. I touch you.
Facts.
Death.
Anything I touch.
I touch you, death.
Every time he killed that dog on accident, just looked so sad and so creepy at the same time. When he killed his puppy on accident, it was like,
every time they go back to that, I'm just like, dude, why y'all have to keep going back to this? And every single time, he's like, oh my god, you're a monster! Ah!
Right?
Like, bro, he's a kid. He doesn't know. Like,
he doesn't know what's happening.
He's just trying to love something, bro. Like,
facts, and he don't want to get in trouble. Then he tries to grab his sister, she disintegrates. No, now the daddy he did do on purpose, but the daddy had it coming. Let's be real. The daddy had it coming. How you gonna beat your son because he came to you? You gonna beat your son because he came to you talking about he want to be a hero? What?
Am I saying that he didn't deserve it? No. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. I'm just saying.
I'm saying he deserves
it. I'm not gonna put him up. Okay. He might earn a spot maybe on the lower tier of anime characters where we ain't messing with them as a collective community. Right up there with freaking homie from Full Metal Alchemist, the dad from Full Metal Alchemist, and homie with the glasses, I forget what his name is.
Shao Tucker. Never forget.
Right up there with Shao Tucker. Right up there with Shao Tucker and the dude that outranked him in Gachiakada.
Facts.
Right up there with him. Like, you're beating your boy because he wants to be a superhero?
Because you got trauma and triggers.
Because you got trauma.
Because your mama loves you. That's crazy. So I'm going to beat my kid.
all these dads in anime can, like, kick rocks, bro. Like, not all of them are the best. Like,
Touché.
at all.
Touché.
I'm trying to figure out, though, because I haven't gone ahead and read any of the manhwa for Solo Leveling to really know how Jinwoo's dad is. But obviously since he was introduced, again, spoiler cast, if you don't know, at the end of season 2, at the beginning of season 2, we get introduced to Jinwoo's dad. Probably in the middle of it. But we don't know too much about him. We know that
we know he's strong. That's about
boss.
it.
Yeah, he's basically a boss, like Jinwoo. So like, we don't know if there's potential there, if they're going to, for those who haven't skipped ahead and read the manhwa, and they're probably going to adapt it differently for the anime anyway, but it's just kind of like one of those things where we see a dad that isn't that bad in the scenario. Like, it seems like he actually wants his son to flourish and
that part.
It's like Goku. People always call Goku a bad dad, but in actuality, okay. And let me break it down to some people because they don't. I feel like some people don't understand what a good father is in our genre, in our generation.
In our genre,
but like in our genre is crazy. In our genre either. Rap. Don't nobody know what a good daddy. I'm just. If you're rapping, you don't know. You have not had a father. Clipped.
That's crazy.
Clipped.
That's crazy.
But no, I feel like they don't know what a good father is. Now, yes, did he have some of the trope stuff that like now fathers are getting pinned with in recent anime? Sure, that's kind of where it came from a little bit. But at the same time, you gotta look at what Goku's doing here, right? He's never really been too responsible. Anyway, so for him to have a whole family is crazy. A crazy thought. Because if you watched it from Dragon Ball up until this point, crazy. Why would this man have a family? But he does. He has a family. And what does he do to that family? He loves that family unconditionally. When he is there, he is there. When he has to go away and protect that family from every threat that's threatening his family and his way of life, he protects it. Who did he leave his son with? His worst enemy, which is crazy. But at the same time, up
until that point,
he saw up until that point, he saw something different to where he was just like, I gotta leave him with the next. I come up with this theory. He left Gohan with Piccolo because Piccolo was the next strongest.
I was about to say, because if he would
protect his family.
If he would have left him with Master Roshi or Krillin, he might have gotten a little bit stronger, but he wouldn't have been what he was. Right.
He wouldn't have developed, plain and simple. So that's a dad move. And y'all don't understand. Dad's got to make really, really, really hard decisions. Some of y'all are dads out there probably that are going to be watching this, and you get it. You get it. Both me and Just Razor dads, you have to make hard decisions. And it's not always going to be the decision that everybody likes.
Thanks.
But also, Goku was very irresponsible sometimes. Like, let's not play with that.
For sure.
But the dads are trash in these latest anime. They are just dads, parental figures, everybody, especially in Gachi Yakuda. Like, I don't understand.
Well, we never seen Rudo's dad, so. We don't know.
There could be a story behind that, yeah. There could
right, we don't. Behind that, but we don't know.
The guy that was taking care of him, too, was actually a pretty good parental figure. But it was just kind of like he still didn't really parent like that. Like none of these characters are parenting like that, and they just have like the most awful, worst depictions of Guardians. It seems like in recent anime.
I still stand by the third Hokage was a terrible guardian. But
horrible.
I just still stand by that. You got this man living by himself as a child when you didn't check on him to make sure he was eating or nothing.
Milk.
Like right.
Spoiled milk wasn't getting.
And you wonder why he terrorizing the town? The baby needs nourishment. What are we talking about?
He needs nourishment and guidance. I feel like if Naruto would have had more of a like guiding hand in life, he probably wouldn't have been a Terra.
For sure.
He wouldn't have been a nuisance. That's all I'm saying. He would have been.
And the funniest part about that is, as soon as he met his parents, he locked in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's just like, bruh, he met his mama, met his daddy, and it was just from there on. He just was the top of the top.
Exactly. that's the sucky part. Either they have horrible parents or they take away their parents that are actually bomb.
Right, that part. Speaking of parents,
that's kind of what happened to Gohan too. That's kind of what happened to Gohan too. And that's sort of what happened to Deku. Like,
yeah,
well, we don't know because
we don't know who his dad is. Yeah, I don't think we know who his dad is.
And like, we don't know. Well, he didn't get taken away from his mom, but he only had his mom, and he hasn't had his mom in the last couple seasons. Really, like.
Well, that's more so because he went away to school, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying she wasn't able to be there to like guide him. He had more of like All Might as a father figure, I guess.
True, that's true. But the way his mama pulled up on the TV,
Aiza or
Aizawa,
yeah.
Yeah. But the way she pulled up on that TV, full tears, I was like, "Oh, come on, mama."
That's mama. That's mama. Mama Midoriya.
Facts.
You feel me?
But
Mama
bro, the way they done this whole season from like I said, All Might pulling up on All for One, Stain pulling up on All for One to save All Might about to get ripped to shreds. Then lo and behold, Bakugo comes back from the dead and starts going crazy.
Bakugo has definitely had the best, like one of the best
character arc for sure.
American show.
For sure. It's not even close.
In my opinion, they were always outfitting him to be the number one hero. We just didn't think about it because we were following the actual main character to where it was just kind of like, well, because he has the obsession with All Might, that's why we're following him. And that's what we're basing it. And I think they just did that. It was just like the best okie doke, I feel like, in anime or manga in recent memory. Like, because your main character, we're following Deku this entire time. The main character is Deku, and everything else surrounds him as a character. Even when we had like off episodes, Deku would come and be all like, "Yeah, guys, you know." But they actually okie doked us because Bakugo has had one of the best character arcs in the show, and well, I don't want to spoil it for people who don't know. Well, do we? We're our spoiler cast.
I mean, we're talking about the final season.
Exactly. If you haven't read ahead, if you don't know the ending to the manga, the reason I don't like it is this everything's gonna be fine. Just so you know, everything's gonna be all right.
Well, I mean, the last episode we saw that. The last episode he defeated him, so.
I'm just saying everything's gonna be all right, but people some people don't know. Like everything's gonna be all right, but in the future, Bakugo actually ends up being the number one hero. If you did not know that, go ahead and Google it. It's okay. He ends up being the number one hero. Deku ends up losing the last of the embers of what's it called? All for One, or One for All.
Yeah.
Is all for one or One for All the good one?
All for One is the bad one. One for All is the good one.
One for All is the good one, yeah, because it's one for everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
So One for All, he ends up losing the embers of that, right? But he still is able to be a hero in the future because of like the same type of technology, I guess, that All Might was using. And so like Bakugo literally becomes the number one hero. I guess they could. Do they even consider him? Do they consider Deku like the number one hero at the end of this, or is he still like number two?
I don't even know if he's number 2. I think he's like 4.
Is he 4?
I think. I could be wrong. I just remember seeing something about
Endeavor it. And Endeavor's still alive, and then
Shoto.
Like yeah. So he's still a couple people down, but like Bakugo ends up being number 1, and he proved it with how he came in there and saved All Might and beat All for One the first
went
time.
Crazy. He went crazy. And him and Deku just locked in.
You know,
to go that fast,
powers to work.
to go that fast and do what he was going crazy. Saved All Might from getting ripped to shreds, destroyed All for One, like kept beating him to the point where he regressed into nothingness. And then we see pretty much him kind of pass out because of overexhaustion, which is crazy that he lasted as long as he did.
He sweated the heck.
It's crazy.
Blood, sweat.
Crazy. Just for Deku and Shigaraki to start going crazy on their fight, Shigaraki literally reached inside the vestige inside Deku and snatched the quirk. I said, fam, he ain't even touch him but for like 2 seconds. It was like, yeah, let me get that up off you. Let me let me go ahead and grab that and get that up off you. And I was just like, yo, this is insane. And then Deku realizes the quirk that he snatched was Danger Sense, and without Danger Sense, it's gonna be hard to fight this brother.
When he lost Danger Sense, I was just like, I
was like, how we gonna do this? How we gonna do this?
you don't got your spider sense, my guy.
Right.
You don't have it anymore.
You can't just counter on the fly like you've been doing. You're gonna have to plan this out now. And so just seeing that, he came up with the idea to just pretty much shoot all of One for All into Shigaraki to break through to Shigaraki and pretty much kind of almost do what Stars and Stripes did as far as like destroying all the quirks. But they noticed like some type of mass inside of him that was like protecting his heart and his emotional core or whatever. So he blasts through that, sending all his quirks in there, and we get to see Shigaraki's backstory, which was tragic.
They made this dude's backstory so horrible. And I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, he can't even have a pet because he can't pet him. That's literally the purpose of a pet. Like, you can't pet him. He's gonna die. Death, everything, death. He can't have it. He can't even eat a decent sandwich because it just rots. It's like you can't. you gotta eat like you gotta eat it like that. So like, okay, without going through all of what happened, because you can watch it if you want to go and do that, or you can check out Just Ray's reviews because he is going over all that stuff in there. We're just talking about it here, just like the way that My Hero Academia has been. Would you consider it one of the best anime in recent memory?
Do
you think it holds that much weight? Because there's so much in the middle that just kind of lacks.
I feel like it holds its weight for its time. Because I'm trying to think of what was coming out when My Hero was coming out.
Not a whole lot.
Right. Like it. I genuinely can't think of anything that was like dropping at the same time My Hero was dropping. And they delivered some heat.
It came around the time where the big three were like either coming
on their tail end, right? Yeah.
On their tail end, or like where they were in the middle of something good. Like I think it came like, dang, I wish Prodigal was here. He would be able to look it up. But like, I don't remember exactly when it came out. I think it came out around like 2015, 2016 or something like that. So that was when all those were in their height, basically.
Right.
Like either we were finishing, or I think Bleach had just got renewed so that they can make the 1,000-Year Blood War.
Okay, so My Hero started July. The manga started July 2014, and the anime started April 2016.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I remember that from. So like all those other ones were like really literally coming to an end. So
right. So I feel like for its time, I feel like for its time, it's like a moment that's kind of gone underappreciated in certain aspects, but also it's kind of held its own in other aspects as well.
It also was different because they went heavily into the superhero thing, where usually in anime they have like their own type of superheroes that they focus on.
Right.
They were like, no, we're going to do more of like the Americanized version of what our superheroes would look like. That's why I appreciate that creator for doing that. Just kind of like, oh, this is what superheroes look like to us. Realistically, this is like the downside of their powers, like all, all this stuff. which I appreciated. Although I would never want a Quirk.
Man, it's too random. It's too random.
It's too random.
It's too random. You never know what you're gonna get. You might have a old buddy with the naval laser, and you might have somebody with you can randomly make ice cubes with your finger. Like
I would be so pissed if my freaking Quirk was a laser beam out of my stomach, like or the dude with the spray bottle head in Vigilante. Is he in Vigilantes or is he in My Hero? He's in one of them. He's in the series. So like the spray bottle guy, what was it? What's his name? Who has the shadow?
Oh, Tsukiyomi. That's my guy though.
Tsukiyomi. I saw some podcast on YouTube where they were talking about one of the guys was all like, I used to assume that it was a curse until they showed him like when he was 4 and he was like playing with him and he slept with him and all this stuff. He was his best friend. I was like, well, yeah, it's his Quirk.
You're right. Yeah, he's had it forever.
He's had it forever. He's literally his best friend. It's just that like, you know how best friends be tripping sometimes. Sometimes it tripped out. Like
the more darkness he was in, I mean, he might tweak out a little bit. He
might freak out.
Too much energy.
Like, too much.
But yo, one thing I did want to say about the last couple of episodes is the way they had their own in-game portal scene.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss, absolute cinema.
That filled my heart with glee.
I was like, oh.
I was like, hey, the posse's back. When they all showed up to back him, the next to last episode or whatever it was, a couple episodes ago, when they showed up, like at the part where he almost didn't have arms. He didn't have arms for like a second.
Bruh.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He didn't have arms. I was like, dude, his arms are gone.
Thanks.
What are we doing? And he's still trying to fight.
Right. Baby, you ain't got no hands. You got no hands, you got no arms. Right. He's still trying to scrap.
Shoes.
Shout out to Aerie for sacrificing her horn to bring his arms back. It was so far, this final season has been just a joy to watch and a pleasure.
They brought the way they've been together for real.
The same way Class 1A pulled up for him in the beginning, the same way they pulled up for him in his vigilante arc. Now they pulling up for him in the end versus One for All. Oh, All for One. I'm like, bro.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me, and they took it sounds like looked like they took like the author took like a cue from the like when all the ninjas show up for Naruto, or when all the Z fighters would show up for Goku, even though they weren't. Like at the beginning, when they were able to actually do something, like
right, that part.
Like when they would all like show up and like support the main guy, But class 1A, they just pulled up different because we've seen them literally grow up with each other over the last couple of years. So
facts, and we were missing some important people. Tsukiyomi was still hurt. Uraraka is in a helicopter being airlifted to a hospital, more than likely. We were missing some strong pieces, but everybody pulled up that was available, and it was just like, yo, this is
when
homie
with
beautiful.
the homie with the Elastatape showed up, I was like, oh, he's a ride or die.
Facts. He always shows up for a fight. Right.
That's like the weird kid in the back of class. He's like the weird kid in the back of class and always got something to say. We always got a joke.
Like, low-key, we forgot you was in the class. We low-key forgot you was here.
I wrapped up like 800 villains. Like, what do y'all mean? I was here the whole time.
It was... In the moment with Aoyama, that was dope.
Oh, yeah. Coming back with the Mr. Eye Patch Man, like...
Facts. He was like, hey, take my hand this time. I was just like, oh... Like y'all trying to pull on every heartstring.
they trying to pull up on it, and it's about to be, like I'm guessing like the reprise of everything is just gonna be showing like how
probably that in the time skip.
But yeah, with that time skip again, I don't like how the story ended. But the creator said that he missed by My Hero Academia, so he might be making new
Alterations.
chapters. Yeah, well, no, just chapters for.
Oh, okay. Just explaining stuff. Gotcha. Okay.
Well, yeah, because I think it's like less of a thing like that and more of a like I'm gonna continue the story and see where I can go with them as adults and maybe a new class or something like that. I haven't officially like read what he said, but he did say that he missed doing it. So it's like, okay, if you can bring an anime like this back and we still got you and you can make like stories that pull at the heartstrings like that, I just don't want it to cheapen anything. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, yeah, I hate the way it ends, but also I dig the fact that we get completion with this anime. It's like
right.
so many of them
right.
that don't do that.
Right, that part.
It's like when Full Metal Alchemist ended. Like I don't know if you've ever, yeah. Like, but when that ended, and it was just like, oh, okay, well, this is a good ending, you know?
Right.
This is a dope ending. Everything
solid from beginning to end. Yeah. Exactly. So what would you, since we pretty much made it to the end of the fight between All for One and Deku, what would you rate the final season of My Hero Academia so far? 8 episodes in. What would you rate it?
This season or the series?
The season. Well, let's do both. Let's do the season and then also the series.
This season so far with me. Sorry, my West Coast came out real late.
so far.
My bad, bro. I don't even know what that's about. We have that for some reason in Vegas, and I'm not even from like the Bay Area. We just do that. My bad. But so far in the cut. Yeah. Like so far, the season itself, I would give like a solid 8.5. Just because I haven't seen a couple of things and I still want to see those couple of things. And I know we're like on the last episode or maybe last couple episodes, but
I think they got like 3 or 4 more.
See how they so like I want to see if they wrap it up better than the manga was able to say it. Like maybe it translates and pulls more heartstrings towards the end of it. And then it would probably be a solid 9 for me. 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10, because it's definitely one of the best seasons.
For sure.
Hero Academia. The
For
series itself is definitely an 8.5. The series itself, I would say. Just because it starts off like, woo, here we're going. This is what's happening. This is the power. This is the power scaling. This is the everything. Here's the character. Here's what you got to do. He got to train. We going to school, guys. Woo! Like it just goes like full steam ahead. But then it just takes this dip in like season 2 where it's just like, okay, we did everything with the, the class and everything. Here's the festival. And it takes a dip in like, not really quality. I don't understand what people are saying about quality because My Hero Academia has always looked pretty good. But I would say as far as like just them using like different panels and stuff, like instead of actually animating like the action and stuff like that, yeah, that kind of got hairy. But I would say 8.5 for the whole series, and then this season, when it finishes, probably a 9 or 10 out of 10.
I can see that.
One of the better seasons I've seen right now.
I can see that. For me, if we're doing just season, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. They haven't missed on an episode so far. No,
that's fair. That's fair.
As far as the overall series, I'm at an 8. I'm at an 8 right now because I got to see how it's going to actually conclude. Actually going to conclude. But up until this point, I'm going to give it a solid 8 because it's done enough to have some consistency of, I got to watch this when it comes out. Like it even with its lows, it's never been to the point where it's just like, I'm not coming back to My Hero. Like, forget them. It's always been like, well, let's see what they talk about next season. And they've always at least given you enough to be tapped in for at least half a season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it was the overhaul fights, whether it was the My Villain Academia part, whether it was just whatever aspect, they always at least give you enough to be like, you know what, I'm locking in for at least this
my
part.
thing with it is, and we'll end on this note because we gotta get out of here. But my thing with it is, because we now have vigilantes, which is taking place before all this stuff kind of goes down. We don't necessarily have to be like, oh, we don't have it, anymore. We're still going to be dealing with a lot of these characters in vigilantes, from what I could tell. If they continue that, which vigilantes hasn't been bad. It hasn't been awful.
I like the first season.
I dig it, and so I'm just kind of like, I'm in there. Our main character is starting to develop, who is apparently supposed to be the strongest Quirk user in the history before All Might, I guess, or not before All Might, but like he's the one that mastered his Quirk and was like one of the best, and then I'm kind of spacing on how the story goes. But anyway, vigilantes, like he's supposed to be one of the strongest Quirk users. He eventually the Crawler becomes that, but like, I'm cool with My Hero Academia ending. It's just, what's next?
Right.
Like, we can legitimately say like, what's next? But I want to give it some time to simmer. I want to see what they're gonna do in Vigilantes and how they're going to bring that to an end. Because it'll probably only have like 2 seasons, maybe 3, that you can really do and flesh out the stories with those people until they get to the point of where their stories end and My Hero Academia starts. Technically, right? Because Izuku and everybody are like either not born or toddlers right now.
Right.
So yeah, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes from there. But it has been a great season. Real quick before we go, like, what are your thoughts on Vigilantes? You say you like it, like.
Yeah, I like the first season. It started out a little rough for me because I was just like, the whole Crawler situation. I was just like, I'm cool on that. But once they introduced,
first.
Yeah, and once they introduced Knuckle Duster, I was like, okay, I'm locked in with Buddy. You know what I mean? I'm locked in with Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. I got their story screwed up. I think Knuckle Duster was the one that used to have a quirk, and then he doesn't.
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
I forgot what his hero name used to be, but I think his quirk got snatched by One for All. I mean, All for One.
That would make All for One. That would make sense.
But like,
stole this quirk.
Yeah, so I was locked in once they introduced Knuckle Duster, and then he started to develop. The Crawler dude started to develop his quirk, and I was just like, he could fly a little bit.
Set, yeah, I was just like, okay, his power set is actually pretty dope now.
Right. Once he learns how once he learns how to like tweak it a little bit, it's just like, he could do a lot more than just slide on the floor.
Right. It's like, okay, and this is in a whole nother discussion about Wonder Man, so we'll have another talk about that later. But anyway, if you like what you're seeing, like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for being a part of the Indie Geek family and community. We'll see you next time. Peace.